This is Monday with the Mayor, and we are in Huntingburg talking with Mayor Denny Spinner on 18 WJTS. Mayor Spinner, you know, when you drive through Huntingburg, we've seen some construction going on, and now we see some more construction going on, and you just recently held a groundbreaking for Market Street. Right. Let's talk about some of the things that are going on. Yeah. But first, with the groundbreaking of Market Street, the new park, the significance of that is not so much the putting the dirt, the shovel in the ground, right, as much as some funding and support you're having from the community.
Well, Bill, that's what really is, I think, what is remarkable about the stellar projects that we're having is the tremendous support that we're getting from our private industry that are part of everyday life here in Du Bois County, and what makes Huntingburg and Du Bois County a very unique place to be. We have companies and corporations that have provided employment and supported our communities in so many ways over the year. And the stellar projects that we're talking about, and in particular Market Street Park, has given them an opportunity to reinvest in our community and sustain projects that's going forward. When we started our stellar efforts, we added into our strategic investment plan a goal of a $1.8 million fund out of the Du Bois County Community Foundation, which we partnered with and have done tremendous work with. And that $1.8 million was for all of Stellar, with an endowment to support Stellar of around $800,000. The Market Street Park project presented some unique opportunities to enhance that, to increase that amount of support. And at the announcement, at the groundbreaking last week, we were joined by 3 corporate partners who have made significant contributions to provide long-term sustainability and support for the park as it moves forward. There will be a fund available that is directly tied to Market Street Park for maintenance, for continued upgrade, for work as it goes on. The Minky family, OFS Brands, our largest employer here in Huntingburg, this type of work is in their DNA as a family, as a corporation. They've been here for 80 years, and they've continually given back to the community. They have made a commitment to Market Street Park, and as a result of that commitment, the center part of the park will be known as the Minky Plaza, and it will honor the Minky family, and in particular, Phyllis Minky has done so many things for our community. You look at the Old Town Hall, it probably wouldn't be there without Phyllis and her mother, Mrs. McMurtry. So it seems appropriate that whole center part of the park recognizes that and bears that name. German American Bank has been in Du Bois County. They started here. They've grown here. They're now a regional strong bank, but they realize where their roots are. They've been a part of Du Bois County for forever, and they have also made an investment in Market Street Park. The performance pavilion that will be located on the north side of the park will be the German American Bank Pavilion, and that will recognize their efforts to again support us in a way that is beyond even what could be imagined. The third partner in this is Far Best Foods, and they are basically supporting the south side of the park. They'll open green space, and it will be known as the Far Best Foods Commons. The Sager family has historically been, again, you look across Du Bois County, and it's hard to find a place where the Sager family has not reinvested, and this is an opportunity for them to reinvest in Huntingburg. Far Best Foods is a longtime employer in our community, and this is a way for the Sager family and Far Best Foods to give back. So those 3 areas will bear the names of those who have made these contributions, and the total commitment at this point, Bill, and it will grow from this, we think, is around $625,000 in an endowment that will be there for perpetuity. It'll be there going forward, and will provide a relief from the taxpayers on some of the burdens. You know, people ask, well, we're building all these projects, how are we going to support them? This is a way. This is the true commitment from our partners, and this is what a stellar community should be about. We're finding ways not only to enhance the quality of life through projects like Market Street Park, but we're finding ways for our partners, our private industry, those who live and work here, provide the jobs here, to join us, to partner with us. And I can't tell you how excited this whole project is about this project. Seeing the dirt turn now, it's real, it's happening. But to have those partners come aside of us, and we believe that there are others that are going to come alongside in other ways as well as we move towards the next 2 or 3 projects. I think that we've done an amazing job of providing the mechanism, but the more exciting part of it is people are recognizing that this is a way to enhance living in Du Bois County and in Huntingburg, and we are very, very proud and very pleased to have the number of people that are coming up and supporting us and making this happen.
This really is kind of unusual, isn't it? You know, not unusual for OFS, for German American, and for Far Best to step up, but for a community to have this kind of a start.
Well, we saw this as an opportunity when we started the Stellar program. We wanted to have a way to answer that question of how do we sustain what we're doing. Because this is an amazing amount of investment going on in a small community. We've got between $10 to $12 million in projects going on in Huntingburg right now, with another $5 or $10 million on the way. Tells us a lot about our community, that people want to be here. Our citizens who live here now want to be here, and we're inviting more people to come, and we have to be prepared for that. So that long-term planning was what we really looked at as a serious way to do that. And yes, I don't know. We've heard from the state, the other Stellar communities do things different ways. This was our unique piece, was that long-term support, and we see that as key to making this all happen. And this is not happening everywhere, and it's only because of the type of corporate we have here in our county who have historically done this. The 3 that we mentioned are amongst several others that have this same attitude, the same commitment, and there'll be others that come along and partner with us in other projects, and we'll be just as pleased to work with them. So this is uniquely Huntingburg and uniquely Du Bois County. I don't know if this could happen anywhere else, and we're just fortunate to have that opportunity.
Well, the stellarness of Huntingburg continues to live up to its name of a community like no other.
Right. Thank you.
It really does. I mean, you're living up to it. Now, this is something not so glamorous as Market Street Park, but how's the overpass work going?
Well, as folks who are traveling through town can see, if they've gone out towards the west side of town along 12th Street or along Skyline Drive, this overpass project is reality. It's happening, it's going on, and there's a lot of construction. Skyline Drive going north from 64 into the industrial park is under construction. There's 1-lane traffic going north, and some portions of it are closed for construction. From 9th Street to 12th Street is closed at times. That's why the extra 9th Street extension was made to get around that area. But if you look, as you travel down 12th Street now, you can kind of see where it's going to cross over both the railroad track and 12th Street. There are pilings being formed on the north and the south side. The south side is more ahead of the game than the north side. And this is part of the project that when those things are up, it's going to slow down a little bit because they have to do their natural settling. They have to make sure they settle to a location where they're firm, and then the construction can go on top of that. So that'll probably be done in the next few months before the winter happens, to allow that settling to happen. The MSC walls, the structural walls, those are going up, and we're getting ready to do some more additional work on that. And from our last progress meeting with the construction team, we're still on schedule for an October of 18 completion. So a year from now, we should have that overpass constructed. And again, the whole idea behind that bill, it's a great. You can see it as an economic development effort, but the number one reason why we're doing this was a public safety issue. It solves that problem of if there is an emergency in Huntingburg and traffic needs to go north or south to get to health care or whatever the case may be, there is a clear route all the time. You can make that trip. So, and yes, it'll help alleviate that frustration that we normal drivers have when there's a train across the track and there's, you sit there and you go, why are we doing this? That'll help that. But most importantly, it'll make sure that there's public safety, emergency vehicles, emergency traffic will not be blocked by that train when that happens in town on a regular basis.
And there is one other thing I thought about. This weekend is your cleanup weekend.
Right.
And I'm sure there's information on your city website, too, because, sometimes that can be confusing,
Right.
what's allowed, what's not allowed.
Right. So all the information on the rates, what's allowable, all those things have been out in the public media. I'm sure it's on our website, but you can also look on probably your Facebook page, probably has all that information on it as well. But yeah, cleanup week is coming up this weekend. It's a time for, the intent of this is for our citizens to have an opportunity to get rid of those items that normally they're not able to do. It's not let's get rid of all our trash, so to speak. That does happen. But the unwanted items that you just have nowhere else to go with, this is an opportunity for you to take care of that. It'll be Thursday afternoon, Friday afternoon, and most of the day on Saturday will be when that's available. Check your local media outlets and our webpage, and you should have all the information on rates and times for that to happen.
Mayor, thank you very much. Always a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you, Bill.
And thank you for watching WJTS. We are local people watching local people.